City Morning Show.
Good morning and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días, compañeros. Bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es jueves y hoy es el 15 de diciembre. Entre 9 días, 10 días, ya estamos en la Navidad. Time certainly goes by. It's a privilege to say good morning to my good friend Dylan. ¿Cómo estás?
Good morning, and once again, like Emmanuel said, welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. And I want to congratulate you. Very few people would acknowledge their weakness.
I know.
When it comes to sightseeing and hearing.
I know. There comes a time when, I fought with it. I did with me hand like that, and, And I used to always say when I used to take it up all the way, says, I'm not blind, I just my hand too short.
Your hand too short.
Pero hay que usarlo para leer.
It fit the profile, though.
No, thank you.
Look, really, I mean, you can imagine me with glasses that like a garden without flowers. Not really the work, right? But for you, I could tell you, we could almost call you professor. With the knowledge and the wealth you have in your mind, I know the glasses. I think I'll crown you Dr. Martinez.
All right.
PhD. I don't know how much post-world I got home, but...
I have a couple.
All right, sure. I got a lot of PhDs.
Well, we're transmitting live from Norte Vision, Channel 10 here in the outskirts of Trial Farm. And it's indeed a pleasure to bid you good morning and to welcome you to today's show. Mm-hmm. You're watching us either through Channel 10, which is an on-air channel here in Orange Grove, or perhaps viewing us through a cable channel. One of the many arrangements we have with cable providers that permits us to be seen throughout this country. And it's good to be here this morning. It's exactly 4 minutes after 7, and vamos a ir directamente a nuestra oración, because it's something that we don't mess around with.
No.
Have to do this prayer. And I'd just like to say that I try to keep it as universal as possible. I'm not praying for Catholics. I'm not praying for evangelists. I'm not praying for Presbyterians. I'm not praying for Muslims. I'm not praying for Jews. I'm just praying a universal prayer, acknowledging our Creator. So, many times people say, ¿por qué no mencionas a la Virgen y a Cristo y a esto?
Usted es católico, pero está orando para todo el mundo.
Estoy para todo el mundo. Así que, si entiendes eso, y tienes que entenderlo, pero no solo entenderlo, respetarlo.
Y una oración debe de ser para todos.
Para todos. Padre, te damos las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Hoy abrí los ojos. Hoy estoy vivo. Te doy las gracias, Padre, por ese milagro de la vida que nos das. Padre, estamos ya en el tiempo de Adviento. Permítenos entender este mensaje de la Navidad, la celebración de del nacimiento de Jesucristo. Padre, que podamos nosotros renacer, de igual forma, y poder ser mejores personas. Padre, pedimos como siempre para aquellas personas que más lo necesitan, aquellas personas enfermas, aquellas personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles, espiritualmente, físicamente, emocionalmente. Guíalos, Padre, confórtalos, consuélalos. Por todos nosotros, Padre, que podamos tener un bonito día hoy, utilizando todos los dones que tú nos das para el beneficio de la humanidad. Padre, te bendecimos, te glorificamos, te adoramos siempre. Amén.
Amen. It's 6 after 7 and we go into the weather report for today. It says here for Thursday, the 15th. Why?
That's right.
Today some people I know are starting their Christmas shopping and so.
Mm-hmm. Well, Christmas shopping has started.
For some it started today.
Some,
Today 15th.
Today 15th, yes.
It just hit home today. Because some people they collect for double, no? All the way up to January.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you work in some government system.
True?
Yep. Anyway, that's for them business.
Yes.
We're going to tell you the weather report for today. It says drier air mass setting in.
Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to leave. Right now, we're going to carry. 24 forecast, cloudy spells with generally isolated showers, slightly more will occur over the south today. Well, the way and no, yeah. Winds will be blowing northeast at 5 to 15 knots. Sea state choppy. For the weather outlook for Friday and Friday night is cloudy spells with a few showers mainly over central and southern districts. Temperatures. On the coast, the highs 29 degrees Celsius, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, 31 degrees Celsius, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. In the hills, 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Lows for tonight on the coast, 24 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, 21 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the hills, 19 degrees Celsius, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The tides, there will be a high tide at 11:31 a.m. and a low at 4:31 p.m. For tomorrow, Friday, there will be a high at 10:51 p.m. and a low at 5:55 a.m. The sun rose at 6 a.m. this morning, and the sun will set at 5:21 p.m. The moon will set at 7:45 a.m. and the moon will rise at 7:26 p.m. That is your weather report brought to you through the kind courtesy of the Met Service and this station and our sponsors. We ask Emmanuel to bring us that report in Spanish, por favor.
Y gracias, muchas gracias. Si nos acabas de sintonizar, muy buenos días y gracias por tu confianza. Este es el reporte del tiempo para hoy, 15 de diciembre. Y mucha gente me para por las calles y dice, Mr. Manuel, ¿va a llover hoy? Le digo, pues, puchica, ¿cómo sabré yo, no? Si es que no si va a llover mañana. Bueno, yo los ayudo con poquita información que tenga, porque yo no soy meteorólogo, aunque quizás suene como si lo fuera. Pero,
You're well trained.
Pero, sin embargo, ese es el reporte y la gente, bueno, la familia, todos preguntando, bueno, ¿y qué pasó con el frío? ¿Qué pasó? En realidad, yo no sé qué pasó. Y la cosa es de que no solo es aquí en Belice que está bastante caluroso, sino por todo lo que es la península de Yucatán y hasta quizás, puedes decir, la península de Florida y las áreas del sureste de los Estados Unidos. En realidad, Miami no ha visto un día, por decir, helado. Igualmente como nosotros ha estado en ese rango de temperaturas entre los 65 y 70 por las noches y mañanas, en que en realidad no es frío, pero quizás para la siguiente semana estamos viendo que va a haber un descenso de temperatura. No va a ser fuerte el descenso, pero, y este reporte no lo indica, tienes que ir a otras páginas de web, pero por lo general no me gusta compartir esto porque no es un hecho que va a suceder. Cuando ya lo tengo en la página web de Belize Met Service, entonces lo comparto. Pero la gente me dice, chécalo, dime, va a haber frío para la Navidad. En realidad va a haber un descenso de temperatura por días antes de la Navidad. Durante la Navidad va a estar normal. No va a haber ni frío ni calor. Pero al día de hoy, jueves, este reporte fue generado a las 5:30 de la mañana. Indica la situación general de que un flujo de aire un poco más seco está empezando a controlar nuestra área. Y que para las siguientes 24 horas vamos a tener periodos de nubosidad con algunos chubascos aislados. Un poquito más de lo normal va a ocurrir sobre el área del sur del país. Y los vientos del noreste de 5 a 15 nudos. El estado del mar agitado. No hay advertencias en lugar a este momento. Se espera que para mañana viernes y viernes por la noche tengamos periodos de nubosidad con algunos chubascos, esencialmente sobre la área central y la área sur del país. Las temperaturas por las altas, por la costa, 84 grados, en el interior 88 y por las colinas únicamente 77. Las bajas por la costa 75, en el interior 70 grados y por las colinas, compañeros, únicamente 66 grados. Las mareas, una marea alta a las 11:31 esta mañana, seguido por una marea baja a las 4:51 hoy por la tarde. Entonces otra marea alta a las 10:51 por la noche y luego otra marea baja a las 5:55 por la mañana viernes. El sol salió hoy a las 6:15. El sol se oculta a las 5:21 por la tarde. Y la luna de igual forma se oculta a las 7:45, entre media hora, hoy por la mañana. Y luego sale a las 7:26, hoy por la noche. Y le damos las gracias a Francisca Wellington por esta información y a las otras personas laborando ahí en el MedService por esta información que nos hacen traer para que nosotros entonces podamos compartir con ustedes. Así que, compañeros, no pierdan la esperanza. Tenemos, como vaya acercando los días, quizás mañana o lunes, les vamos a ir compartiendo un poquito más acerca de qué es la expectativa para tener un poquito de frío. Porque la gente dice, bueno, la Navidad no es Navidad sin un poquito de frío. Es cierto, es cierto. Recordando de que aquí en el hemisferio del norte, pues el invierno es en el mes de los meses de diciembre, enero, febrero, hasta marzo. Pero en el hemisferio sur, el invierno es julio, agosto, septiembre. Y entonces, cual indica que la Navidad fácilmente cae en un mes, no por decir verano, pero quizás entre primavera y verano, pero suele ser bastante caliente y bastante soleado. Así que depende de dónde vienes. Nosotros creo que ya estamos acostumbrados a tener el frito para luego entonces lucir bien, ir a la misa o a los bailes y poder lucir todo lo nuevo que hemos comprado. Bueno, eso ya es asunto personal. Y si lo tienes, úsalo y gózalo.
Enjoy it, no?
Yes.
That's the way it is. Right now, it is exactly
7:15.
7:15. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back to jumpstart the morning.
Yes, sir.
Digicel 4G LTE. When you feel it, you'll feel it. Feel the rush this December.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Believe where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Listen up, Belize. Digicel will be launching its brand new 4G LTE network in December of this year. But to enjoy the super fast LTE mobile data speeds, you are going to need three things. First, you will need an LTE capable device, band 2 or 17. If you're not sure whether your device is LTE capable, you can simply check your phone settings. And if you plan on getting a new phone, be sure to ask if the phone is LTE capable and has the right band, 2 or 17. The second step is to change your old SIM card to the new USIM to be able to experience maximum LTE speeds. Beginning November, BTL will swap out the USIMs free of charge for everyone who has a 4G LTE device. All SIM cards will continue to work as per usual, but you won't be able to enjoy the full 4G LTE experience. And the last step? Well, the last step is to get a data plan. Whether you're a prepaid or a postpaid customer, we have plans to suit you. So no one has to miss out on the Digicel 4G LTE revolution. So, LTE capable device, USIM cards, data plan. Let's get ready for the December launch.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bop.
Johnny Briseño and the PUP went to Belmopan to declare all their assets to the National Assembly. But did they declare everything? Yes, Johnny. Bring back the people's money.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I know.
Why? And we could say safely that I think this year people they feel the Christmas, but they don't really. We talked about it before, but you mentioned again that traditionally then they get a cold. And
In terms of that, yes.
you know when you were younger and Christmas morning, Christmas Eve, when you come out on bus palamita, smoke they come out your mouth, but no, the only smoke that come out your mouth that the one from the Quates and the leaf firework. But Emmanuel, before you jump into that, you realize over the years how serious the fireworks display that are in York on Christmas Eve. Over the last couple of years, it has taken over.
And I don't remember as a child it was like that.
No, this just happened.
Fireworks that
21st
that we had. It was only 21st, right? And the only popping songs you heard was the palomita and the pop shot.
That you and then maybe a pop bust a whole 16 years. But,
Exactly.
You know,
exactly,
20
exactly.
gauge.
But the thing is that even families now, parents are having their own little get-togethers and their own reunions, you know, family reunions at home, and then they decide to buy all of these firecrackers and fireworks, and then they do have their own fun. I don't know if that's within the law.
Be honest with you, I'm not a lawyer or a law physicist.
Whatever that is.
I'm not a lawyer or a law physicist, but it is not legal.
It is not, okay. You
But-
clear that up.
Yeah, I tell you, I can't prove it, but I don't think it is legal
In fact, I'm pretty much sure that it's not legal.
because
You need to get
normally,
a permit for it.
yes, normally they tell you that these things need to be, even fireworks, they tell you need to be burst under adult supervision with kids and so. And I don't think it's legal because we don't know if one of the fireworks will get to and pop in your roof and burn down the neighbor house and so, you know. But it is not enforced like many other laws in this country.
Yes, because for years, well, I guess that's the reason for that would be, Dylan, is because thankfully we haven't had any serious.
But look on it this way. 5 years ago, only if you had connection and lead change and you signed Mr. and Mrs., then we watch the fireworks from outside the fence, right? Now, with the high rise in contraband, everybody, almost anybody, could afford to buy 1, 2, 3 leaf fireworks for bust off Christmas Eve when you're feeling picnic. Watch. So, my family said that global warming change everything. So it turn, right? It shift. The gas shift, the table shift. So believe me or not, I think it'll be very hard for the police department or the law enforcement authority. Like I said, I'm not no law officers, but to monitor or stop that each and everybody house Christmas Eve and want to arrest them for the bus fireworks. So,
I guess it's just an attitude they take on that day and say, let the people have.
yeah, of course. I mean, if they come to my house, I'm telling you, see China, right? Them man, they stand up there, they drink beer. I'm not going to deal with that. Left me alone. This one, the phone. Shh. Boom.
The only problem is that I recall one time my brother Raul was a victim of somebody throwing these little dynamite palomitas, but the big bunch of them, you know, into his clothes.
Why are
and
they
it severely
dangerous?
burnt his skin and his clothes. And,
As a big man or a little boy?
No, as a big man.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That dangerous,
as a
though.
big man. As a big man. You know, and the thing is that, well, he knew the person, and I guess what happened is that there, I don't recall who the person was, but I do know that some sort of, they had some sort of little squabble, but at the end of the day, because they knew each other, and they knew each other well, that nothing came out of it. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to have those fireworks at home, please, begging you, please be careful. Don't have kids doing this by themselves. I am sure that you wouldn't want that you're in the kitchen, mother, father, you're in the kitchen taking care of your guests, and all of a sudden you hear a big bawling out in the what you call it, and your son comes running to you with blood all in his face and all in his what you call it. You wouldn't want to see that. You know what I mean? So please, take
Adult
care.
supervision, man.
You need to have these things because it's a potentially dangerous little weapon that you have there. If that explodes,
It's a potentially dangerous little excitement.
if that explodes and right in your face, believe me, it's going to mark you.
Emmanuel, some
years.
people like take the quietus or the palomita for granted. I see some people master the art of just holding it, squeezing the bottom. No, go try this. And then, boss, it just shh. Then you have some kids sitting there and they try it and busting on their hand. I don't know if you feel, I have had palomita busting on my hand in the past as a young boy.
How do you feel?
What? That, it's thin. And you always definitely bruise blood there.
Yes.
And you don't know the smell your hand with the smoke and I every year on the market, Emmanuel, when he was smaller, you used to see some smally palomita like this, right? Just the size of half your finger. Now then they call like this. They call it dynamite. And they call it large, big.
But I see a number of people, I know what people used to do one time was they used to tie up about 50 or 20 of them together.
You get a big bang.
And light up, do one big, do have one big,
one bus.
little light up.
1 week.
And 1 week. And they would put it under a bucket. Don't try this for God's sake. Because when that bucket flies, it could fly right into your face.
Yeah, it's dangerous, man.
It's dangerous.
So I would say just if you are.
And then,
I think
I should have said that.
I think no. You believe me. Nothing what you said. Then no, don't try. Some people put that in a plastic bottle. That kind of craziness because they like the excitement. Myself, I've been guilty for some of those while growing up. But so I don't feel no way. But it is good for you to remind them that these things are not safe. We don't have to bring the fire department there or nobody if you tell you that they're not safe. And like I say, nowadays they have the triangle one, Emmanuel, is stronger. When you push it in a plastic bottle, you see the leaf palomita, he carry the bottle up and bring it down. The triangle one, now he bust up the bottle.
What?
Dangerous, man. Sugar City morning show, hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, morning, brother. Go ahead, sir. I don't hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember a tradition in a village in Santa Lucia village. What they used to do, they used to cut a heart, anybody's heart, and they used to put a whole pile of string of palomita on the scale. And when they light it, they used to point the heart towards Launam. And when they light that palomita, when you see the heart jump up and take off towards La Union, I think the owner of the house would have to find a house somewhere.
What? That's a sin.
Yes, I agree it was rough, but thankfully I don't see it happening again.
So that used to be what tradition or idleness?
Well, idle tradition.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you.
Under his tail or
Pinetail?
Pinetail.
You can remind me of when my mother, may she rest in peace, used to tell a story when they were small and they said the puss go eat out in the kitchen and okay what they do. The puss no one stop, no give her and chase and so when they grab the puss and the time milk pan tail. And I push run till the kingdom come. Okay. The pan make times behind her, you don't see the push again.
But I have a question that I want to ask. Police parameters and maybe somebody can actually answer this because I was in a discussion with them, with actually the police, and after the incident at the park, I know the palomita is the most electric because I feel so I think that go anyway.
You know why the palomita blow off their long nail, man.
Huh?
You know why the palomita blow off their long nail.
But I was told that with the chiflador, you actually could control the direction. Is that so? Because
not true that at all.
With the what?
The chiflador, the one. Shh. I don't believe that, boss. I usually put it in a little pipe, right? And then aim it up. But that thing have what? This the tendency that it going straight for a couple of yards after that he take a turn.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah, no, the officer, no way. The officer don't know why. They said chiflador, That are the most dangerous one because he in the throw serious fire. You imagine that getting at the roof of your neighbor house or a boat house?
I actually saw it and I come back to my village. I actually saw it go through a window.
You see?
Thankfully, nothing happened.
Yeah, man.
But around my area, there was Sunday last week, there were some children on the street, not directly in front of my house, but they were lighting chiflador. Me come out and me take their weapon then. And I told them, whenever I said you have the big football field,
Yeah.
the
BSI.
BSI, go there, go like that.
No, not chiflador, see what?
Around my house, I will confiscate it.
The best part, that when you send it down and you turn back in a your shot.
Yeah. So from since then, I know to the picnic and around my house, they like it.
It's very dangerous.
Once I see any picnic lighting those, I take them away. And I might not be a police or anything, but that one I respect that chiflador.
Yeah. Well, next time we'll do, maybe we'll just ask them when the parents they cause they take a people picnic thing, they get offended.
No, as long as around my house, I take it. I think they will come.
Well, you put up a sign and say no chiflador.
All right. So
Thank you,
you.
Mr. V.
Okay, then.
No, you know the chiflador, Joe?
Of course, the one that goes.
What? That one is serious, Papa. That one is find a way back to you.
Not always. I've seen it.
He pretty, you know, when he go high, beautiful, but sometimes one or two of the out of the pack have a tendency, I call them crazy. They come wrong and go about their business and you know. But it's rather interesting. But we're just saying we're sharing this message. If your kids, I don't think there's no way in the world if you have a 6-7-year-old to play with Palomita. I would have said under over 12, 11, 12, minimum supervision. Because they're a big boy and girl. They know right from wrong and bad and good. But imagine you have a light and piece of fish and give your 5-year-old make you play Palomita or 6-year-old play, 7-year-old play Palomita, even 8-year-old without the supervising. That not ready. So as it is, we have to say, the law not really stiff power. Not going to do a part.
True.
Not going to do a part. Mr. T not really the pressure.
I don't really have any experiences with Palomita and so forth. Very limited. Very, very limited. I don't think I've ever been to a store to buy Palomita.
No?
I don't think so.
Well, you don't look like the Palomita type, you look like the fireworks type.
I like to see the fireworks. Love it. But the Palomita, for me, is just
nice.
That was nice. You know? What's the fun of me lighting a Palomita and then running because it's not for me. It's
I like how you say, what's the fun? That's the thing. You need to get the fun.
Well, I didn't see the fun in it. But para gusto se pintaron colores.
It's fun. Well, especially I don't like the belt, the long belt, eh? The belt of a Palomita.
You see, I don't even know what you're talking
The one that went giant up Fayato.
Like I said, I don't know.
I want to light it at one, I'm pretty sure you've seen it because you've been all over the place.
I have heard it, perhaps, but I've seen it.
I remember, and again, to be minded that most of these, maybe for me, I see the boss thing, that's how we go, but I just need to remember most of these Palomita things, so they're not really got a license for sell. I could recall as a boy, one time, I think when Mr. Lito Urbina was Minister of Police, they had got license, I would imagine, to sell Palomita Panelicana. Yeah, and that was selling actually, but other than that, I don't think nobody have a license to sell these things, but it is what it is, and like the man that drink them beer that Chinese, what they know if do, that don't mean the picnic if you do the wrong too, but picnic want to enjoy themselves of a boss and pack of creators. Just be careful, right, Papa?
That's right.
With that we take a break, and when we come back, it's 7:30. We take a little break at 7:36, and when we come back, we jump into some Christmas chairs.
Christmas chair.
We'll be right back.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, sweetie.
I wish I could be there.
Everyone's here.
Hi.
Tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Feeling, a feeling. Rhythm is all like a feeling. Feeling. No, watch me up.
Digicel 4G LTE. When you feel it, you'll feel it. Feel the rush this December.
Government investment in sporting and recreational facilities countrywide continues under the Belize Infrastructure Limited. In the Cayo District, the Victor Galvez Recreational Park, the Falcon Field basketball court, and the Santa Elena football field are all completed and being enjoyed by the community. The Benquevejo Marshalek Football Stadium is under construction and residents are eagerly anticipating its completion. In Dangriga, the upgrading of the Carl Ramos football field is complete and ready for matches, while the construction of the Dangriga indoor court and multipurpose facility is well underway. In Punta Gorda, the residents are already enjoying the upgraded Toledo Union football field, while the PG indoor court and multipurpose facility is progressing on schedule. The government is committed to building vibrant communities. Your vision, our mission, the government of Belize.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Across the country, development and transformation continue under this government. The new Guanacaste roundabout at the junction of the Hummingbird and the George Price highways is complete and one to be proud of. The George Price Highway is being rehabilitated from the Belmopan Junction to Benqueviejo. There will be a new baking pot bridge and upgrade of the Caracol Road. Also, the new Macal River bypass and bridge will be completed by March 2017. In the Belize district, the work has already started from the Hallover Bridge to the Philip Golson Airport, and funding has now been secured for the new link road to span the Belize River starting from behind Gentrack and coming out at Mile 8 on the George Price Highway. A $40 million UK grant has been secured for the paving and aligning of the coastal road and construction of new bridges. Under this same grant, the Philip Golson Highway will be improved between Orange Walk and Corozal. This government continues to work for the development of Belize. Your vision, our mission.
Hey DigiFans, to celebrate the launch of our brand new 4G LTE network, we are giving you more data in almost all of our prepaid plans. Starting December 12th, you can enjoy 2 new data plans, all designed to give you more. Get a 200 megabyte plan for just $4. And for you data lovers, now you can get a mega plan with 2,500 megabytes for only $40. Also enjoy more data to our $10 and $30 data plans. Now you get more data for your dollar. And unlike the other guys, we are not charging you more for LTE speeds. Because with Digicel, data is data. So go ahead and feel the rush of Digicel's new data plans. When you feel it,
You'll feel it. Feel the rush.
Monitoreo de la producción de caña 2016-2017. Estimado cañero, cañera, esta zafra 2016-2017, el SICB, SCPC, CIRDI y socios de la industria azucarera le apoyarán a monitorear su entrega de caña a la fábrica. El objetivo de este programa es para determinar su rendimiento por acre de caña de azúcar y poder darle un mejor servicio. Es importante determinar el origen y peso de cada camión de caña de entrega para proporcionarle información vital para determinar con más precisión su estimación de producción de campo. Como parte de este proceso, el SCPC, con apoyo de una herramienta de información de la industria azucarera llamada CIMIS, le estarán proveyendo mapas y boletos a cada líder de grupo o cañeros individuales para utilizar durante la zafra. Cañeros o líderes de grupo tendrán 3 opciones para obtener sus mapas y boletos. Opción 1. Líderes de grupo de cosecha recibirán los mapas y boletos de sus miembros de grupos directamente a sus localidades, juntamente con un pequeño entrenamiento por el SCPC. Después, líderes de grupo pueden preparar sus propios boletos que incluirá el número de identificación de la parcela y entregárselo a los choferes. Opción 2. Cañeros entregando caña al ingenio pueden identificar la parcela de donde viene su caña usando mapas estacionados en la casilla de boletos de la cola de entrega a través de los empleados del SCPC, boleteros. Opción 3. Choferes, líderes de grupo de cosecha o cañeros pueden identificar las parcelas en la computadora del CIMIS en la casilla del SCPC. Una vez han identificado su parcela y recibido su boleto usando una de estas 3 opciones, los choferes procederán a depositar el boleto en la casilla del SCPC en el ingenio. Cañero, cañera, al terminar la entrega total de caña de sus parcelas registradas, usted puede visitar la oficina del SCPC o llamar al 322-3141 o al CIMIS al 670-4505 para conseguir el tonelaje total que entregó de sus parcelas registradas. Esto le dará una ventaja en proporcionarle información para calcular sus gastos con el objetivo final de calcular ganancias. Recuerde, cañero, cañera, si puede medirlo, puede manejarlo. Si puede manejarlo, puede mejorarlo. Y si logra mejorarlo, logra incrementar sus ganancias.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Trust that everything is alright with you in your neck of the woods and you're doing just fine. Well, it's 7:45 this morning and we're feeling, for some reason the air feel nice this morning at the house. You know, it's what, Thursday morning?
I know for one thing that, I know for one, and I know it as a fact, that and kids from Orange Walk North are going to have a blessed and they're going to have a joyful Christmas.
Yeah. Like they have been doing for the last...
Like they have been doing for so many years. This year is no exception. Este año no es ninguna excepción porque el señor honorable Gaspar Vega, como ha hecho todos los años, ha decidido también este año compartir realidad, y me lo dijeron, es una realidad. About.
Whoa.
Imagine all the packing and everything. And also we requested le pedimos a las personas encargadas de las aldeas. Y no solo de las aldeas, sino también hay una sección de Orange Rock North que es parte del pueblo, which is otro 20. You follow me? So, esa persona también estuvo ahí. Y son 10 divisiones en total. Obviamente tuvimos que trabajar con una lista, que por decir, pues ok, Trial Farm es tanto, 820 es tanto, San Román es tanto, San José es tanto, San Pablo es tanto, San Luis, Nuevo San Juan, Douglas, San Antonio, Santa Cruz. Bueno, la señora Anita, sí, de San Pablo. Vamos directamente a ese.
That's an interview there with the chairperson from,
Not the chairperson, but
not the chairperson, but councillor.
one of the leading political figures in San Pablo.
Okay. All right. So, question. Normally, I think, let me ask, normally they go around and distribute the toys village by village. It's been done different this year. Why? Is it because of time or what?
Well, in the first place, I would believe, and I am in no position to tell you that is a fact, but the Honorable Gaspar Vega could not be here yesterday. He was very, very busy taking up with some other responsibilities. So he had requested some people to do this. But it has always been a tradition where he makes delivery of these things to the divisional committees.
Personally.
To the divisional committees. And then the divisional committees then distribute to the families. Okay?
No. Well,
So that's the way it works. But this year, he is making delivery of it to the chairpersons of the village councils. So they in turn can have their own events. You understand me? They can have their own little parties, and they can have their own little get-togethers, Christmas get-togethers, where as a family, as a UDP family, they can go ahead and distribute all of these gifts. Vamos ahora a San José, a la entrevista de San José. Adelante. A propósito, buenos días.
Ante todo,
Ahí lo tenemos, compañeros, al señor Rodríguez, Edwin Rodríguez. Buenos días todos ahí en San José. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Y van a tener una chamba y media repartiendo eso. Pero yo siempre digo, ten una fiestita ahí y invita a niños y reparte juguetes a los niños que asistan. Así que have yourself a ball, have yourself a whale of a time. Y esto obviamente es todo parte del esfuerzo.
Happy and Merry Christmas. That comes from a supporter in the village of San Pablo. So, while some of them put up sign and talk about happy this and happy that and happy business at jail and happy this and happy, while they run up their mouth like sewage, the man they do your thing for the picnic there. You know?
That's exactly right.
Maybe in your position should take some of the money when they spend on plywood and poster and paint.
And put their money where the mouth is.
Exactly. Buy some little toys for the picnic, eh? Or at least give them some nail and hammer and some wire or some kind of thing. We make the land and
there were, each bag, each school bag. And if I had the director here, I would perhaps, I can always show you that school bag, and I can actually show you the quality of the school bag. It's an excellent brand. You have the, the Johnson, and
yeah,
you have the
Wilsons
and Jan Sport, and all of these bags that, that are high quality. And I'm talking here, you go to one of these.
And there we have it.
And there we have it. Wow. Thank you very, very, very much. Miren, compañeros, no les estoy hablando tonteras. Les estoy diciendo la neta. Wilson. Mira qué preciosidad de bolsa es esto, ¿ok? ¿Ok? Tiene sus compartimentos para poner todas tus chucherías, yo diría, porque en realidad es lo que andamos de niño, tus chucherías. And in Creole, I say putting your accoutrements, okay? But a little fun there. Pero aquí, bueno, la calidad es increíblemente buena. Wilson, Wilson, okay? Adelenio, another Gil. Oh.
So this is from Mr. Wilson house?
No, that's from Mr. Gaspar's.
Oh, from Mr. Gaspar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nice.
And there were...
Well, make sure I give back.
Yes, give me back. I mean, hundreds of these bags. Can you imagine?
Somebody said, when will the gifts be given to children here in Child Farm in Blackwater?
Well, that's going to be happening sometime during the weekend. So, and you must...
Scarred into the situation.
Yes. And tell that kid or whoever to get in contact with the village chairman or with Miss Jantley or one of those people, who... you
have to be careful, because like Child Farm have to be careful, people of Child Farm. Gonna vote for more the majority of PUP council and lazy, bad. So if you don't get up and ask the right question, they not get up and help you with a gift.
Sí. Vamos directamente a otra entrevista porque ayer tuvimos una tarde llena de actividades toda la tarde, desde la 1 hasta las 3:30.
What?
Decir, yes. And San Juan. Pues seguimos con las entregas, compañeros, y como dije anteriormente, más de 2,000 regalos fueron entregados. Con la excepción de 2 o 3 aldeas que no llegaron. Ante todo, muy buenas tardes. Pero es lo importante es, compañeros, que el señor honorable Gaspar Vega sigue con su compromiso hacia su gente. Lo prometió. Placer. Yo voy a seguir siendo tu representante. Yo voy a seguir con las actividades. Yo no voy a resignar y de la casa, así que con gusto y con mucho orgullo y mucho honor sigo siendo el representante para la División Norte de Orange Walk. Y aquí un compromiso, un acontecimiento más, un acontecimiento muy importante, un acontecimiento muy significativo y muy válido, que al final del día hace un esfuerzo, hace una gestión de compartir un poco de alegría, de regalos, por decir directamente de regalos, con los niños de Orange Walk North.
So we down to San Jose, San Pablo, San Luis, San Juan. That was San Juan.
We had San Juan, yes.
And San Luis just now.
No, we didn't have San Luis.
This is San Luis.
That was Nuevo San Juan. We've had San Pablo, and we've had San Jose. And I think now we're going to San Antonio, and then we're going to maybe Douglas, and I do believe that we have a couple of other villages as well.
Well, like we say, Manuel, I mean, it only gets better.
It only gets better, yes.
Over 2,000, and I wonder how far, you see, a lot of people talk a lot of crap. I wonder how far $8,000 will go for 2,000 people.
Oh, this I'm sure doesn't come within those $8,000 because, good Lord, if you have, somebody help me here. There's the bendito teléfono. 5, por decir, you have, if a bag costs you $25 times 500, right there you have $12,500.
Easy.
Okay? You understand me? So, and this is only one of the items. So, es un regalo mucho más fuerte. Pero no le quiero poner precio al regalo. Yo simplemente estoy queriendo aquí demostrar un hecho de que al final del día es una gestión que es tiene mucho valor. Pero para no quiero entrar en precio de cada regalito. Pero al final del día es una gestión que pues fácilmente excede la cantidad que otros representantes están dando. Que en realidad el gobierno solo dio $8,000 por representante. Pero aquí estamos viendo que nada más un artículo excede la cantidad. Un artículo. ¿Okay?
When the deal is so much people, believe me, $8,000, it ain't going a short way. That ain't wrong the curve, like 2 steps and done.
Y es un lujo que tenemos nosotros que a este momento mientras que nuestra población que nuestra cantidad de personas, población no crezca, pues tenemos el lujo de que nos sigan dando regalitos, por decir. Pero ya luego cuando estamos hablando de millones y millones de personas, pues en el primer lugar, el costo sería increíblemente alto. Y segundamente, la logística de distribución sería otro cuento completamente. Así que, y eso sería casi imposible de utilizar, de hacer. Pero, compañeros, seguimos siendo un país pequeño, seguimos siendo el país, Belice, a nuestro querido país Belice, que aunque con 350, 375 mil personas, todavía estamos suficientemente pequeños, por decir, gracias a Dios, a este momento, para tener ese contacto especial, ese contacto personal y poder distribuir regalos a las personas que más agradecemos.
Well, again, I must say that is a great effort on the part of the Honorable Gaspar Vega. Kept to his word, serving his people. And every village, all the kids in every village, will give a little toy this Christmas.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
Shall we take a break and continue?
Yes, we'll take a little break, and then we'll be right back with you
some
after
more,
these
some
messages.
more cheers, no? We'll be right back.
We told you about our new data plans. Here's how you can buy. Starting December 12th, to purchase a 75 megabyte plan, simply text data S to 400. For a 200 megabyte plan, text data M to 400. For a 500 megabyte plan, text data L to 400. For a 1200 megabyte plan, text data XL to 400. And for a 2500 megabyte plan, text data XXL to 400. For more information, visit digicel.bz/more data. Feel the rush with Digicel's new data plans. When you feel it, you'll feel it. Feel the rush.
You know your baby is happy when wearing Bebin Pampers. Bebin Pampers in all sizes. Bebin Pampers make your baby happy. Available at German Vega and Sons.
Digicel 4G LTE. When you feel it, you'll feel it. Feel the rush this December.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Listen up, Belize. Digicel will be launching its brand new 4G LTE network in December of this year. But to enjoy the super fast LTE mobile data speeds, you are going to need three things. First, you will need an LTE capable device, band 2 or 17. If you're not sure whether your device is LTE capable, you can simply check your phone settings. And if you plan on getting a new phone, be sure to ask if the phone is LTE capable and has the right band, 2 or 17. The second step is to change your old SIM card to the new USIM to be able to experience maximum LTE speeds. Beginning November, BTL will swap out the USIMs free of charge for everyone who has a 4G LTE experience. And the last step? Well, the last step is to get a data plan. Whether you're a prepaid or a postpaid customer, we have plans to suit you. So no one has to miss out on the Digicel 4G LTE revolution. So, LTE capable device, USIM cards, data plan. Let's get ready for the December launch.
ready?
Get serious. Get bopped.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Man Show. And we're taking our time this morning, Emmanuel, with these interviews and handing over because we really want to make people understand that, for my part, that Honorable Gasovega is there for his people as of yet. And the man saying, no way. You know?
And also to spread the message and to spread the cheer, you know what I mean? I've repeated every single interview, because I think that it's very important that we do that. When you are a kid, Christmas is the big deal.
Yes, definitely.
Something, I will get this for Christmas, for Christmas, for Christmas, for Christmas. Everything, you'll get for Christmas. You'll get this, you'll get the other. Because it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
And
look forward to it.
And yesterday we were talking about, watch, I'm going to tell you something. When I hit the streets running, what could we call it? When the campaign then. Because most of the time, if you know the hand out, if you know the preach, Jehovah Witness or Mormons, house to house, you're the campaign. Politics. Right? That time I use it expression because you visit people's house. And you have a lot of people go and test that. You got like Morris, you got people who deal with the committees, they could tell you. Checky, you have people out there, even on the opposition, like Lara, Betty, all the people who are street runners. And you go ask anyone on the street runners, you go ask Delcia, you go ask Ada, you go ask, you name it. When you visit some people's house, brother, sometimes ask the question, Emmanuel, are they living like this because they want or they don't have a choice? You know?
Understand.
You know, and Morris, stop it. And I'm serious. Morris is messing with me behind the scenes. I asked myself, is it, Emmanuel, is it really, really hard? But let's say, for example, you have some people, right? Maybe a man got 4 picnic. His wife can't go work because he have to mind the picnic. And he take home for the week after tax, work the hardware store that maybe how much? $104 after Social Security and income tax.
God forbid.
Yeah, sometimes $90. If they borrow a little advance on them boss and they carry on $90. And that money they have to stretch for them 4 picnic. And that woman, that's why they say the woman that the king of the house, because she stretched that 90 days.
No, that's not the king. It's a magician, because
magician,
they make
all right.
miracles.
All right, good.
They make.
All right. So when you go to people's house now, Emmanuel. Good morning. I'm here for so and so reason. You know what? Fast, but you hide all over the people in the house with a human. And when you start to ask yourself the question, that 4 picnic, I only see one little room there, one next room there, a 2 boy, 2 girl. The way all of them sleep. Then you see no living room. But you see one kitchen and living room in one. And maybe one little color TV there on the corner. So they sit down at the dinner table to eat and watch TV. No kind of convenience. Then you find out they work there, a hardware store. You know, maybe it's an Isidro or one of the hardware store, and then they bring home and leave it the money. You really make your question if then people could really, really, really see what Christmas. You understand where they come from? But with the blessings from Honorable Gaspar Vega, by way of the Almighty or good heart, at least he picked in some division game. But I recall in San Roman, we were campaigning, and my heart dropped when I see the lead boy do homework in a living room. But if you look from the street side, good enough, you see the lead boy bed behind her. And that bed the size of the house, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't mean if you exaggerate, I don't know if it's still there. That house, this studio that we're talking in, is bigger than where they live. I don't want to show you that. Now the question is, like I say, are they like that because they want to, or they don't have no choice? So whenever you have these Christmas time and the minister could give a little toy, you know, and a little blessing just to make the people happy, or the kids at least, forget the worries and strain, and it's good. It's good. Really good.
Yes. Tenemos más entrevistas y me imagino que las personas a quien entrevistamos ayer por la mañana están. Bueno, a mí de Manuel me prometió de que iba a pasar hoy. ¿Con quién vamos, director? Vamos directamente con otro benque. Es Gregorio, ¿no? Y doña Rosita. Así que adelante, vamos con otro benque, la entrega a otro benque.
Everybody doing it slightly different. When I asked you earlier about the distribution, apparently, from what I gathered, Honorable Gaspar Vega have some other serious commitments and he couldn't be here. And because normally how I know they do it is that, and maybe Maurice could attest to this, we go to, I've said we, because I've been on several of them, go to each village and the kids line up, we got music, you know, Santa the day, and everybody getting a legal bag. But apparently the minister has other commitments, and because of time, that won't be able to do that. So you're just giving it to the persons in charge of the division, and everybody, I guess, will be doing it different.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, the whole thing there is that you see, whenever that that you alluded to happened, which is the actual distribution of gifts directly to the kids, a lot of people were left with a longing for more. In other words, pero ¿qué pasó? Esto está bien que conseguimos los regalos, but we want to have a little event for Christmas, a little games night, or a little football game, or a little something organized by the village, because obviously they don't have, por decir, other activities, so have to make their own, which is nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly good. That's even better. But what happens is that with this scenario now, the village chairman or the village council, the person who is given these gifts, then has the ability or the capacity of then creating these events and using these gifts as prizes, and also to be able to give out to the kids directly at these events, rather than going through the tedious process of going house by house by house by house. It's a matter of the village council organizing an event, you know. And I know some people are doing it this way. Some people are doing it the traditional way, going to the houses and sharing and being at unos regalitos and so forth, which I believe is the way I would prefer, if I was in charge, was I would create my little mini fair, Christmas mini fair. That's what I would do. You know, I would have little soft drinks and little games and so forth, and we give out then the gifts, and that's what I would do.
Like I said, everybody do different because I've seen, for instance, in some areas in the past whereby they make this long line, Emmanuel, and if you don't keep track of where they do, people they come back for more. They come back for more and more. Sugar City Morning Show, hello.
Hello, buenos días. Solo quería saber si va a haber regalos para los niños de Central y si cuándo va a ser la fiesta que hace la radio de Universal.
Bueno, de Central.
Ajá.
Bueno, de eso tenemos que preguntar al Denny Gajalva. Él es el representante.
No, él no es el representante.
¿Caretaker?
Él es la persona encargada por el momento, pero no representante.
Sorry, caretaker.
Uh-huh.
And then the other question is for if Universal Radio. You have to ask Mr. Robert Checky Usher. You could call him at 600-5769.
Okay, thank you.
Call him and ask him, all right? He not HR manager for Universal Radio.
How convenient to pass the book on. That's my last statement. That's my last statement to you, Dylan. How convenient to pass on the book. All right? I see. Vamos a hacer entrevistas, es asunto de ellos. Yo no tengo nada que ver con eso. Vamos a Douglas con la señorita Marta Zapata. Adelante. Ya esa fue la penúltima aldea que hicimos. Hoy vamos a continuar
Oh, you know, today some more.
Oh, yes, we still continue today.
Some more village.
Vamos ahora, por último, no ahora, pero vamos a platicar tantito acerca de esto porque hicimos bastantes. We did a lot of villages yesterday. And I just want you to begin to fathom all of these things were brought in boxes. So we had to actually count how many boys' toys there were, how many girls' toys there were.
Wait. What you're trying to tell me is that other than the interviews, you were actually a part of the distribution.
Oh yes, not the
and the sharing.
Part of the counting process and packing
counting.
And so forth. Yes.
Wow, I must congratulate you.
Yes.
You made me behave like Santa Elf yesterday.
Well, you see, I was motivated. Motivated by the fact that this is a good gesture for kids.
Yes, it is.
You know, it was a good gesture, and I still like to feel that. I like to think that cuando se trata de traer una sonrisa a la cara de un niño cuando les das un regalito, eso no tiene precio. Créeme, eso no tiene precio. Quizá porque ya lo he visto. Quizá porque ya lo he visto. Y en realidad, como te digo, esa sonrisa, esa alegría que ves cuando ese niño recibe este regalo y te ve la cara y te dice gracias y va corriendo con ello y a mostrárselo a su hermanito o a su hermana o a su mamá o a sus primos y te apunta luego y dice que tú se lo diste, eso no tiene valor. Así que si es que mis esfuerzos fueron parte de esto y bueno, y que ayudaron a causar una sonrisa, a traer una sonrisa en la cara de esos niños, entonces me siento bastante alegre por eso.
Let it be, then let it
Yes.
be. Once you bring a smile to that child face, let it be. And
Y
again,
hoy continuamos, porque hoy
and
tenemos...
again with all the ruckus and the knives and the market where he already know out there, it is good to see that Honorable don't mix the children in with these kind of. Because some people may say, oh, you don't want to hammer me? Well, no, do my job. No. Picnic no vote. Picnic no in this picnic have to have fun. So, like I said, with all the knives and who to try, bury the man or what, not stop the man from represent the people.
Exactly.
And that's what he said. I'll be there till the end. What will happen after this is that somebody needs to step up and take the plate, you know, and definitely with his blessing, things will happen. But again, you go right back to what they say yesterday. We're not hear nothing about what happened to we and not. So we have one more interview we want to show. This is San Antonio, and then we will see what they have to say and things like that. Take it away, Maurice.
Muchas gracias ahí, señor camarógrafo, que has hecho un trabajo espléndido con todo ese trabajo ahí. Nosotros pues, I had a ball of a time yesterday helping all the people at the warehouse doing all the packaging and all the numbering and all the whatever it is that what was done. But at the end of the day, like I said, lo que haces con gusto, lo que haces con amor, siempre sale bien.
Somebody say, en San José, ¿cuándo darán regalos? Estamos esperando.
Eso depende en la comitiva. Eso depende en la comitiva en el Village Council. ¿Cuándo lo van a hacer? Ahí depende en las actividades que ellos tengan.
Pero de lo que nosotros sabemos que ya consiguió los regalos para los niños.
Sí, ya consiguieron los regalos.
Seen it on the television, ya vio en la televisión.
Y hoy vamos a hacer entrega de 3 aldeas más, Maurice. 3 aldeas más. Me parece que es San Luis, me parece que es Trial Farm.
Yeah, because somebody just said
y
next
San Román.
What's happened to Trial Farm?
Perdón, la única aldea que no que se fue y creo que no le tuvimos una entrevista fue San Luis. Y Santa Cruz, perdón. Sí.
Santa Cruz da botes, ¿no?
No, Santa Cruz da no botes.
By bote. Santa Cruz da by botes, that's what I mean. Mira coffee or no?
No, well, the coffee, I don't make the kind of mistake. Botes are Mexico, Santa Cruz is Belize.
All right. All right. So, that I think you have an interview with one of the organizers, or for tomorrow. For tomorrow, that was the last of it. Okay, so we can see clearly now, Emmanuel, that the Christmas not for the picnic, whereas toys and feeling good about their little princess dolls and the frozen dolls and the little pistolito and the little bow and arrow, and it has become a reality. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas for them people there, right? So Santa Claus done currently early, with the elves to share the thing.
And Morris has accepted to wear the Santa Claus suit.
Perfect.
Never mind the big punch he's blaring at me right now. But privately he said yes, he's going to wear. I mean,
he did it for the kids. He did it for the kids.
Ya tiene el cuerpo de Santa Claus con la pancita.
Oh my gosh.
Sí, ya te lo estoy diciendo abiertamente. Y pues, ¿qué más quieres, no? La única que vamos a tener que hacer un dobladillo nuevo porque le va a quedar así de largo.
I think maybe let's have a camera on a cloth store like Belize and make out and wrap the cloth around.
No, tenemos un cloth.
Because some people so big that when you ask them what size they wear, they don't say extra large and they say cloth store. But again, I must say a round of applause for all the kids in that area, in those areas, and again kudos for Honorable Gaspar Vega for keeping to his words and taking care of his division. All the children are getting gifts, and I'm pretty sure that they appreciate it very much. They will know where it comes from, because around this time, imagine Emmanuel, that because he's just a representative this year, and he would have said, well, can't give no gifts.
Oh no, he continues.
How the kids may feel.
That's important.
You know that what for make you listen to this. 8 years ago, let's go back as little as 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You were 8 years old, and 9 you get a gift, 10 you get a gift, 11 and you grow right into it. Now you leave brother and you get a gift. You're 16, you don't really want to leave Dale, but your little sister with 5 they get a gift. It's becoming a tradition that I wonder when Honorable Gaspar Vega time is really up, which you believe is in 4 years' time, if the person that takes over will continue this tradition, because these are excellent moves. What do you think about that, Papa?
Well, I think that when it comes to gifts for children, it's a tradition worth keeping. Definitely. So if the person is up to it or not up to it, he better make up his mind. He or she better make up his mind, because at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's something that people look forward to. It's a special time of the year, Dylan. Christmas.
Definitely.
I know that you enjoy Christmas these days, at this age, but I'm sure that if I ask you, you enjoyed it more when you were a kid.
Of course. Well, you want my answer to that?
Yes.
Because I never had to buy nothing.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you just eat.
That's one of the main reasons, you know, because it's an innocent excitement, joy, you know. You don't know what your parents have had to do
to get those
things. You don't know if at the end of the day no money was there to buy you a gift, but perhaps, you know, some godfather or godmother, you know, loaned your parents money, $10, $15 to buy you a little gift.
But even as a child, younger, you remember being a part of the whole Christmas process. Even when your mother make cake, there weren't much cake mixers and fancy KitchenAid blenders and, you know, mixers and cake. So you had to put in your lip pong but
oh yes, I used to
most of the
always do
time
that.
you had to put in your pong because you want to rake the dish after when it's done. Or the spoon. Your brother get the spoon, or you get the first pass and tell them dish clean. But they used to be a part of the process. You know, nowadays young people, they don't know how, if they pack cake or frozen cake or whole milk cake. They don't know where it come from. All they know that it is there. Most guys would spend the last couple hours on Christmas Eve sitting down at a barber shop, getting ready to go out. Likewise, the ladies at the nail specialists and the salon. While when you were younger, it was different. You know, you help your mother and girl, you help cut up the potato for the salad, you know, and they help clean the chicken, whatever the case. But now, so it is so much different for me. I say I could remember being small because you say that we were innocent. We never have to worry about. Now that you only have your own household responsibility, you have a budget. You have to know where the grape money come from. They leave food, you know, they leave gifts. So it's different. It's different, much different. But again, the kids of this north will get a little token as a little Christmas gift, courtesy of Honorable Gaston Vega. And we want to say thanks to you, Honorable. So I say, okay, please salúdame, Mr. Vega. Muchas gracias. Y no, es bueno que no se olvidó su aldea.
No, ninguna aldea se olvidó. Si es que tu aldea hizo falta hoy en la presentación, o quizás no viste la presentación a tu aldea, es porque quizás no se quedó para la entrevista, o quizás nos hace falta entregarlo hoy, porque no todas las aldeas llegaron ayer por la tarde. Obviamente decidimos entre la 1 y las 2, 3 de la tarde para hacer entrega de estos regalos, pero algunas personas no llegaron, así que se tuvo que poner para el día de hoy a las 10 de la mañana. Pues ojalá y que a las 10 de la mañana estén ahí. Ojalá, porque en realidad ellos se tienen que apresurar a hacer sus planes, y también uno no puede estar todo el día al pendiente, la neta.
Thank you. It's 14 away from 9. Just before we close off the show, I just want to mention something a little different, no? Remember over the last couple of months we had Mr. Rennie Quay on the show concerning the border issue and the stamping and all that. I just want to make mention today, this morning, that as a citizen, they will present their case to the Supreme Court to what's a better term to put it? To ask permission to strike out that stamping business to and fro, back and forth, and they have the reason why. So it is it's a challenge then a challenge, no?
I don't know. You're telling me?
No, I'm asking you the term. They're challenging the law.
Mm-hmm.
The law.
Well, I guess an interpretation of the law.
Yeah, they're challenging it in the Supreme Court this morning. So
what's just let me quickly get this clearly. They believe that when they're going to the free zone, am I right? This is the specific case that any Belizean going to the Corozal free zone should not have to go through the stamping process.
It's not exactly free zone, but let's say the casino.
Or the casino.
Right.
Or any point beyond what is the immigration
checkpoint.
The checkpoint.
Right.
Okay?
Because
does not have to go, does not have to document himself. That's what you said.
Even leaving, and then the fact that maybe if you don't have no passport or permit, you can't leave the country. They don't allow you to pass the checkpoint, right? But if you could prove you're a Belizean, it's up to Mexico to have you enter their country. So things are in a challenge, right?
Okay. All right. So today is being presented.
Right. Today is being presented, and their lawyer in court will be Miss Errington.
Okay.
And some other lawyer, but it's interesting. It's a very interesting
Well, we'll have to see
situation.
the results of that.
Because that would be one of the problems. You see, there are a couple times over the last couple of weeks that the traffic has been backed up all the way to the cutoff by the zone, Corozal area, for Saturday morning when people try to cross the border, right? So you have some people remember there was a long holiday when people spent 3 hours in the line trying to pass.
I heard so.
So all of this probably will eliminate that problem. But it has been challenged, and then the immigration department has put up their side of the argument too, right? So we don't really know what will be the result as yet, but it's been challenged. It presented to the Supreme Court today in Belize City. So we get a follow-up on that later on and see how it went.
See how it goes.
Yeah, how it goes, no? 10 minutes away from the 9 o'clock
From
hour.
9 o'clock, exactly so.
I don't think it makes sense to take a break and then.
No.
Because it's too short. So we will just follow up on that situation for that.
One of the interesting things, Dylan, and I think that I cannot close the show without mentioning it. That there is, and I hope this doesn't happen, but it has all the looks of as if it was going to happen, is that some sort of confrontation now between what is called school management and the Ministry of Education versus the union again. Because the union, the teachers are saying, the union is telling the teachers, don't bother going to school on the 3rd of January because you merit so many days off, so many vacation days, and you will report back on the 9th of January. And the thing is that this is in complete contradiction to the arrangement made, I apologize, by the school management itself with the Ministry of Education, where the school management agreed that the 3rd of January is the official opening day for school, and rather than the 9th. So, while the unions are saying it's the 9th, the school management is saying it's going to be the 3rd. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it right? Okay. Right. 3rd instead of the 9th. So, yo no sé qué va a suceder aquí. Ojalá.
Let me ask, sir. Have Patrick Farber given a reason why school must open the 3rd?
Well, actually, it's not Patrick Farber who...
Minister of Education.
Yes, but it's not Patrick Farber who decided that. It is the a joint decision between the Ministry of Education and the school management, because you see one of the points that Mr. Man from the union, whatever his name is,
Luke, Mr. Luke Palacio,
right? When it was announced in the media as if it was a decision by the Ministry of Education. So he quickly sent out a release saying that the Ministry of Education does not have the authority to say or to dictate when the schools will open. Rather, it should be coming from the management. In this case, this decision is clearly saying school management says school resumes on the 3rd, not the 9th. So, it's not Ministry of Education, so it's not Minister Faber.
Okay, that's
it's
what I'm asking.
school management that says schools should open on the 3rd,
So then why
not on the 9th.
Why do you not pick and fight the government?
I don't know if it's with government they're picking the fight. I think that they, at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, because really, at the end of the day, it's the school management that is announcing it, along with the Ministry of Education. So it will have to be both.
And the funny one is between a rock and a hard place, because they collect for November, they will collect December, because they're still in a court, right? So you can't say make them work the days because they collect, because at some point, if they lose the case and still haul out the money out and they pay, whether they for now till January, February, March, they haul out the government and not pay them at some point. So if they work the days now, you have to go back and pay them for the days you haul out.
You see, it's not
a rock and a hard place.
And one of the things is that, so this has, I think Luke alluded to something of the mandatory Christmas vacations. Let me just say, it says, posing a question, what which of the teachers spoke about in the release? Well, the Association of General Managers says that with the addition of these 6 school days, that should be vacation days, teachers are not being shorted at all, since the rules say that they should get vacation leave of no less than 30 working days. They say that for this school year, teachers will be getting 37 vacation leave days for the school year. So you can't use that as an excuse that you're being shorted your vacation.
But what they
30,
alluded to is
37.
that in the laws it state that teachers holiday, Christmas, Easter, and what else?
It tells you it has no less than 30 days. I don't know if it tells you all of
They
this
specify, look, specify about Christmas and,
all right, okay.
and Easter and
Well, I can't
holidays.
comment on it because I don't know.
Well, I tell you what I hear. But again, it's a confusing thing to many people. All I know some teachers where they said they go. So teachers say, well, yeah, when they go to school the 1st of January, I ain't not going to school. Because my holiday and my holiday. And I don't know why the management rushed in. In my view, I think they should just let everything flow, you know, and when they settle this thing in the court, what they pay, then they make a decision what to do.
The 3rd of January is a Tuesday. The 2nd of January is a Monday. And the 2nd of January is going to be a holiday. Obviously, it's a Monday because the first drops on a Sunday. So the Tuesday, the 3rd, is when school is supposed to start.
And now a lot of confusion because here where they go on the manual, some school don't do the makeup time already.
Don't make up time.
Yes. Some school, like, for example, I could tell you, like Mokulada School, they have put aside a lot of their activities, the 100 day of school, some of their other events, and they're using those days to make up time. So
you think at the end of the day that perhaps they are that those extra 5 days, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Am I right? Because you begin the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. 7th is a Saturday, 8th is a Sunday, 9th is a Monday. So those extra 4 days will not be necessary Are you telling me that?
I wouldn't say it wouldn't be necessary because the more days you have to teach a picnic, the better.
Okay.
But in all fairness to the teachers, when you say how teachers work, man, any lead day when they could get for a day off a holiday, then they don't have to worry about going to school.
Do you think that's a reason that they're going to use to further convince the school management that it's not necessary to open the 3rd, but rather open the 9th?
What I'm saying is that remember this whole thing come because they try and make up days. And like I said, maybe some other schools have already made up some time what we don't know about. So all I'm saying is that probably this decision of opening the 3rd should have been held back at least until they settle this thing when they pay in a court. Then they could decide if we're left or no, they pay or drive it back.
See, that's, you don't know when the court is going to agree with that.
This is what they say. So what happen when the court decide not paying it?
But see, it's two different
Or
issues.
pay
One of them is
and they don't work the days.
two different issues. One is payment.
Everything surround that.
Court,
make up
and
time.
the other one is make up time.
What happened to the teachers? They will never strike.
Well, like I said,
Three different things now.
But
what happened to teachers will never strike? You think it's fair for a teacher will never strike if you go to school from the 3rd and give who are paying extra for them 4 days? Who are paying the extra?
I mean, pay them extra.
Well, if school open, because that won't make up time.
If the school opens the 3rd, they get paid from the 3rd.
But then what happened to the days when they never strike?
But they get paid.
Extra?
But they need to get paid extra.
Well, I mean,
it was their job to go in anyway.
How do one never go and get paid?
Well, they fought their way in court and they're getting paid.
Alright, see, that's what I tell you.
But you don't need to get you know, my point is very simple. You go to work, you go to work. If you strike, you have to go to court to get paid. At the moment, that verdict is not in yet. There's an injunction in place to prohibit the government from taking out their pay. But that doesn't mean that because I want to pay that I'm forced to pay you extra. You know what I mean? But if you go to work on the 3rd of January, you will get paid for those 4 days. So I understand your point that, you know, teachers are parents too. And they would like to have our parents or wives or husbands. And obviously the family would like to have them with them as the most possible. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't be selective as to who you're going to go in, who school is going to open the 3rd and because of such amount of reason, or which teacher is not going to school because of such a reason. Yes, a law that will apply to everybody.
Anyway, 9 o'clock?
Yes, it's 9 o'clock.
We gotta leave.
We got to leave.
We hope that you all enjoyed the show this morning. We'll be back tomorrow with more for you on the Sugar City Morning Show. For that, we want to say stay safe. God bless you. Have a nice day. My name is Dylan Jones.
My name is Emmanuel.
So long.
Hasta luego, se cuidan.